You've already noticed, haven't you, how sometimes the harder you try to understand something before you begin, the more it slips away. Like trying to hold water in a clenched fist. And the strangest thing is that when you finally let go, open your hand, relax the grip, the water rests more naturally in your palm. And maybe your mind has done this before, with conversations, with learning, with people, where the more you measured and analysed, the more stiff and awkward it became. And yet, the moment you trusted, the moment you just flowed, intuition carried you, like jazz improvising itself into music. And that's interesting, isn't it? Because you already do this unconsciously. You walked before you understood balance. You spoke before you understood grammar. You built rapport before you even knew the world existed. So right now, as you listen, you may wonder, how many ways am I already pacing and leading without trying? And what new ways will my unconscious discover once I stop clutching at control? I once knew a toddler learning to walk. He fell, stood, stumbled, tried again. No analysis, no paralysis. Just feedback and flow. What's funny is, his failures, they trained him faster than success ever could. Each wobble, it carved neural pathways. Each fall rewired muscle memory. And isn't it true? You've already been that toddler, and maybe you're still that toddler in every new skill. So when you hear me say, you don't need to know it all before you start, part of you knows it's already true. Because sometimes you wonder if you need to understand before you do, or do before you understand. And if understanding comes from doing, and doing comes from understanding, which comes first? And as you try to figure it out, you notice your conscious mind tying knots, while your unconscious simply takes the lesson in and smiles. And as you think about this, you can trust your gut more deeply. You can flow more freely. You can relax your grip on control. You can pace and lead naturally, because you already are. There was a jazz musician who practiced scales for years, every note, every arpeggio drilled. And when he played in front of people, he forgot the scales completely. He let go. He improvised. And that was when the music lived. Now what if your conversations, your listening, your influence are exactly the same? What if the practice is important, but the forgetting is essential? So right now, as your unconscious absorbs this, you can remember, practice gives structure, letting go gives flow. Both are necessary. Neither alone is enough. Imagine rapport as fire. If you blow too hard, forcing, controlling, it scatters sparks. If you ignore it, coldness, distance, it dies. But when you tend it, with pacing, with warmth, with precision, it grows into a blaze. And people, they can't help but gather around your fire. And isn't it fascinating how many fires you've already lit without noticing? Fear of rejection means your influence matters enough to trigger reaction. Fear of manipulation means you're aware of power, and with awareness comes responsibility. Over-analysis, just your brain protecting you, until you teach it trust. So, you don't need to stop analysing completely, unless stopping analysis is exactly the analysis your unconscious already stopped doing, in which case you can stop trying to stop and simply start flowing. Because the more you try to measure, the less you flow. And the less you try, the more naturally you can flow right now. And imagine yourself a year from now, less burnt out. Uncanny timing in conversations, laughter and synchronicity showing up like clockwork. People calling you magnetic, lucky, intuitive, and you just shrug because it feels natural. And also imagine the opposite, still clutching, measuring, second-guessing, loops of doubt, crashes of exhaustion, spiritual stagnation, disguised as productivity. Which future do you prefer to feed? Because you're unconscious, it's already chosen. So the toddler learns to walk, the musician learns to forget, the fire learns to burn. And you already know how to do this. And now you can do it consciously and unconsciously, effortlessly, because you've always been doing it. And the truth is, you're not chasing arrival, you are the arrival. And every time you stop clutching, stop comparing, stop measuring, the damn field opens wider.